Historically, the stretch between October through to December, that has always been considered one of the most lucrative periods of the year for commodity traders. So far, that trend, it is definitely living up to expectations. A long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they have described the current economic climate as the golden age of trading. This comes as no surprise given that the current macro-driven backdrop that is fueling one of the greatest wealth transfers the world has seen. This is presenting savvy traders with back-to-back money-making opportunities. Last month, the commodity markets, they recorded a net inflow totaling more than $900 million. That's the biggest inflow into commodities ever recorded in a single month since the second quarter of 2008. Traders are pumping more money into commodities right now at one of the fastest paces ever seen. This is to capitalize on the biggest macro themes driving the markets right now. Everything from re-accelerating inflation to the global energy shock 2.0 to an escalating global food crisis, which is sending agricultural prices skyrocketing to all-time record highs. And just in case that wasn't enough, traders are now on the cusp of being gifted with even more lucrative money-making opportunities, with growing expectations that central banks around the world, they are done hiking rates, with the possibility of one more hike this year. This cocktail of explosive events that traders will not want to miss out on, that is going to be a license to print money and drive market sentiment over the next 90 days. In fact, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, they've already begun preparing their clients for what they predict could be one of the most lucrative periods of the year. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading events so far this year, and you still want to make 2023 your best ever, then you've just been granted the ultimate opportunity. As traders know, there is a strong correlation between commodities and inflation. When commodity prices accelerate at a red hot pace, so does inflation. And with global inflation ticking higher again, it's no surprise that commodities, they have firmly positioned themselves as one of the best performing asset classes of 2023. Energy prices across the board, they've been on a phenomenal run since mid-June, breaking records and notching up fresh 2023 highs, almost on a weekly basis. Last week, WTI crude oil prices, they traded as high as $95 a barrel, tallying up a whopping gain of 41% since mid-June. Meanwhile, Brent crude oil prices, they soared within striking distance of $100 a barrel to hit fresh 2023 highs. Over the last 3 months, the world's most traded oil benchmark, that has been racking up a stunning gain of over 49% from its 2023 lows. But the real star performer was diesel, with prices on the US futures market soaring above $140 a barrel to notch up spectacular gains of more than 75% since mid-June. And the rally might not stop there. In their recent research report, JP Morgan, they increased their crude oil price target to $150 a barrel, citing capacity shocks, a commodity supercycle, and the global transition away from fossil fuels as three major bullish tailwinds that could easily send prices into triple-digit territory. Elsewhere in the energy markets, European natural gas prices, they've been on an absolute tear, racking up double-digit gains on a consecutive weekly basis to reach levels not seen since last summer. European natural gas prices are currently 6 times higher than they usually are for this time of year, trading at the equivalent of more than $600 a barrel for oil, and we haven't even entered the colder winter months yet. The unstoppable rally in the global energies, that has pulled many other commodities higher, including aluminium, copper, cobalt, nickel, lithium, palladium, platinum, zinc, and uranium, which is currently trading at the highest level since 2011. The higher energy prices go, the more expensive it becomes for companies to mine, produce, and transport essential commodities, forcing production offline and opening the door to a major squeeze in prices for the final quarter of the year. But make no mistake, this is not a buy and hold market. These exciting and fast-moving markets, they're creating the most optimized environment for traders, as some of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks are calling it the golden age of trading. So far this year, we've seen commodity markets notching up explosive double-digit gains to the upside and the downside in a single week, sometimes in a single day alone, not once, not twice, but on multiple occasions. For traders making money in these markets right now, it is very straightforward. The week-to-week short-term macro-driven trend that we're seeing right now that can literally be summarized as buy low, sell high, rinse and repeat, and do it all over again. This is the time that traders, they wait decades for. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. As we transition through the final 3 months of 2023, we are firmly in one of the most exciting and rewarding times in history. If you want to successfully navigate these markets and capitalize on the huge opportunities ahead and build substantial, life-changing wealth, then you need to utilize a professional, research-driven approach. If you know how to connect the dots and position yourself in the right place at the right time, ready to capitalize on the huge money-making opportunities ahead, then you will make a fortune to build substantial, life-changing wealth. Banks, hedge funds, they're making multi-billions capitalizing on the week-to-week macro-driven opportunities, and it's not so different for our clients at the Gold and Silver Club. The majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They've already made in excess of 6 and 7 figures this year, and we still have another 3 months left to go. In fact, all of our clients are already being fully briefed, prepared, and ready to make the final quarter of this year their biggest and best year yet. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading events so far this year, and you still want to make 2023 your best year ever, then go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now to learn how a mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here at the moment. So last week we saw a lovely breakout towards the end of the week on platinum, on palladium, on copper. In fact, we took the opportunities to start scaling out some very quick profits on these markets, avoiding any popcorn trades, which is where you quickly make a lot of money on the market, and then if you don't bank it, then you're not going to see any return if it was to come all the way back down to your entry. So we actually took the opportunity here with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club to bank 120 points profit on copper. Platinum was lovely. The breakout that we saw here over Thursday and Friday, that netted us over 340 points. I do like platinum at $900 per ounce or lower. We've been gifted with the opportunity over the last week to build in quite a few positions down at that level, which are very nicely in profit right now. It's also been similar on palladium, right? So palladium came all the way down, back down towards the 1220 zone. We managed to sniper in and bank a very quick 500 points on this market last week. If you look at the pump that we saw over Thursday into Friday, it was over an 800 point move from low to high there on palladium. And yet again, I do like any dips back down towards the 1200 level. Now, gold I would definitely perceive as a gift at the moment. We have actually taken the opportunity just today to sniper in as the prices continue to tank lower here on gold. We talked you through it last week. Do like buying gold on red days when we're seeing this pressure to the downside. You've got China on their 1 week public holidays. We still maintain our position at 1863. We give these trades a nice amount of breathing space on this market, and we've sniped in yet again this morning. You've currently got the price trading at 1,838 US dollars per ounce. Would not be surprised to see a retest back down towards around the 1835 zone. Again, I do like this market for additional top-ups here before China get back from their 1 week public holidays as we move into next week. We've also got non-farm payroll later on this week as well. I'm waiting for an ad on silver. We haven't added a new position on this market just yet, but it is most definitely on the radar. And as you know, we're selling short WTI crude oil, and that broke down almost 500 points here on Thursday through to Friday, approximately 450 points to the downside. And this is where we've got hedge funds and money managers. At the moment, you've got over 92% who are long. So it doesn't take a lot to suddenly see the elevator down on this market as traders, they start to take profit off the table. We're trading at some of the highest levels that we've seen so far in 2023, and that was the case certainly over Thursday and Friday. So that sell short broke down very quickly there over Thursday and Friday in our direction. And then also, if you move over to natural gas, this had a lovely pump over the last couple of days. Nat gas typically performs very well into October, especially the first couple of weeks of October. We took the opportunity last week with our clients as well to bank 800 points profit here on natural gas. And as we get towards the end of this week, again, we do then have non-farm payroll data. Moving into next week, we have CPI data. We're going to see China. They'll be back from their 1 week public holidays as we go into next week. On Monday, you also have Columbus Day in the USA. So again, there's just going to be back-to-back opportunities to capitalize over this quarter. And it comes back to the point that Goldman Sachs have been stating it is the golden age of trading. It's not the golden age of investing. If you've been holding gold since the beginning of the year for a buy and hold, if you've been buying it at the 1800s, holding that at 1840s, 1850s, all the way up to the highs here at 2080 US dollars per ounce, you're going to be disappointed now that the price action is all the way back down to where you bought it. You'd be flat, you'd be making no money at all. This is why you got to trade it right. Regularly trade it. As you know, we've been selling short all of the precious metals over the month of September, being long the dollar, bank all of that, then rotate, and then swoop in really nice and low here. If you liked gold at $2,080 per ounce, you're definitely going to like it even more at 1,835 US dollars per ounce. Now, of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through your trading, whether that's to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions, and most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and market intelligence to make confident decisions with accuracy and certainty. There's a huge gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis or gimmicky technical indicators that don't work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99%, and into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, and 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, research-driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort, and you'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis and outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. And if that's all you're relying on, the odds are already massively stacked up against you. If you want to change your results, then you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive research-driven approach that is never taught to retail traders and only reserved for professional traders in the banks, the hedge funds, with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time, alongside the key liquidity zones, so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, alongside the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations, then you need to join our mentorship program. As we head into the final quarter of the year, we are in one of the greatest periods of wealth creation the world has seen. And if you want to successfully capitalize on the huge money-making opportunities ahead and build significant life-changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, then you need to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders and take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private Members Academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application, and we will of course get in touch with you ASAP.